somehow met the expectations of their first match and over-delivered, Balla. For it to come down to one map to send one of these two teams home is nuts.
I thought you were going to say that sequels always subvert expectations at the ending. Because
nah, man, use too many big words.
Okay.
I can't. That's not me, man.
Next time I'll dumb it down so a sixth grader can understand. No worries. But Des was touching a lot about how Breeze will play against 100 Thieves. They haven't played against the Neon in this map, and quite frankly, no one really has, because FaZe is one of the few teams who is running this, unless you're over in EU. And right away, Dicey, alone in mid, finds one kill, but it gets traded by Asuna. And over the last map, I've just realized how much fun it is watching these two former teammates go right against each other in such an important match. Slow since the first initial trade. And we have to see right now, Poise is thinking about where to put his knife to potentially catch where Stellar's at, but they're just on the other way. And meanwhile, 100 Thieves is going for re-exploration in halls, which could net them a fast flank here. And because Dicey's gone, there's no trademark here available at all. And they know that.
Clean. I was actually just wondering, you know, we've been talking about this old duo matchup and how much fun it's been to watch. I was curious about how Asuna would perform in the matchup on KO. And well, he seems to be starting off just fine. Baby Bay down indoors. The flash is perfect as he's got 4 on the round. Derek takes the ace away. But man, at least on Breeze, it's going in favor of 100 Thieves.
There we go. Second pistol round win for them so far this series. And they could end up evening things out as we end the day. But what a round from Asuna. He's already gotten an ace today. And he is having quite possibly the best day I've seen since the old 100 Thieves that made international tournament runs.
Even then, bro, like, some of what he's doing, I'd be really curious to see how that compares to his first, for sure.
Sure. Well, let's see. Full game to play still. And FaZe setting up to go fast B here, but there is a knife this time to respond. And that is going to get a lot of info. 3 players tagged, I believe.
Very quick note here, FaZe did buy up after losing the pistol. They had not done that the previous pistols that they lost, and for now, 100 Thieves are not aware of that. So it's tough to say whether or not they'll be expecting it.
You talked about how it is a tendency for them, and they did get spiked down, so could start to put together the picture of when they like to go for that.
Well, players just on the other side. And I still don't know that FaZe have fired a weapon.
Pivoting from FaZe so far. Good to see, but a lot of utility use to split up the site. 100 Thieves is just letting them have the plant. So in my mind, they know
Spike planted.
the buy is a possibility. And they're sticking with what they're good at on gun rounds, which is a full retake setup. We saw how they played this against Ghost. It was exactly these types of rounds. But they have to clear out 3 players here close up.
The flick is clean, but the utility once again proves to be a problem. FaZe are getting this, though. Stellar's left alone, and FaZe wins it out. Economy busted as FaZe convert the second.
I mean, there's just so many similarities between the two series, man. It is ridiculous. FaZe busting. The pistol round win right away, nullifying any sort of advantage that you could have gotten from that. And this is how you counter this retake setup from 100 Thieves. Lay up close and triple swing, I guess.
Well, I think the problem is, too, like, there was no threat from halls. By the time Stella had the door up to push from there, the rest of his team was already dead.
Yeah, that's correct. Dart through a flash as well. Baby Bay will just take out Asuna instantly if Dicey can't do it. And of course, the vet of Baby Bay 100% can.
The guy just plays 1,000 miles an hour.
And if there was ever a time to wake up for him, it'd be on this third map. He wasn't fantastic on Fracture.
Spike down.
I would apologize to them, but alas.
And the scary thing is if Dicey's worm, or excuse me, if Baby Bay is kind of getting back to his form, what was perhaps missing on Fracture, Dicey's continuing. That's the thing, Balla, is in this series, we haven't seen both of them being Dicey and Baby Bay. We haven't seen them be at the top together, right? And when those two guys are on together, that's when FaZe is at their best.
Yeah. Yeah, I would argue the first series that we saw between them, oftentimes that was happening. Just today, you're right.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, just in this series, yes.
Just today, you're right. And we were talking about as well how this map does tend to lead Dicey into positions where he can do what he did on Fracture, which was op like a maniac. Yet to come online with that, but surely will be primed to in the next couple of rounds because he has the Tour de Force online already. Aggro from 100 Thieves, they're playing close. 3 players to meet. Fight's going on.
That's massive, man. You can see the ping on the minimap. They knew it was there, and Will, he was waiting for the flash. It never came, but he turned and kicked the shots anyway, and there's the second one. Ultimately falls.
Shot.
That equalizes things unless the res comes back online. That's Superman's job, while Baby Bay provides the cover. Bring boys back. Exactly what they do, but here's Asuna. Taking damage all over the place, 9 HP. He has to take a step back. He has to reassess it. Stellar's still healthy. Spike taking, I don't know that there's a way in. Yeah, I don't think they want it at all. They're backing right up.
Super tough spot to try to break any sort of play, especially with Superman's wall still being up. If that's not there, they could actually try to work picks, but so much fuel used to just keep it up. And this camel spot fly before it can really be a problem for Asuna and Stellar. So they'll keep the guns going into this one.
I was curious here too, given the decision to save. We saw at the end of the previous round that the two remaining members had 0 credits. They were all the way down to 0. Now you see some of the ramifications of that. You understand why they chose to approach that the way that they did. Only 2 players with full armor, and one of them being Will, has a classic. 1 point.
Strike them down.
We'll see.
And he could end up being a problem here because he's pushing with this classic with Asuna. And there's a firing range on the other side. They were trying to go for the knife from Will, but it won't work at all. And that's pretty much okay, Derek is crispy in these last few rounds. Shots that end up being inconsequential, but we've seen Derek on this map throughout group stages and open qualifiers be an absolute monster.
Ultimately inconsequential, you're right. But they are fun to look at. They are cool to watch. But you're right. Not much here. Bang has a sheriff. Just absolutely plucks Fly out of the sky. Understands there's probably one more back there. No, swings off and the timing's just not great. Now Stellar swings around, but that timing's off as well. FaZe get to 4. You saw the one real chance they had at this was, let's try to get Will the Blades, let's try to make a play there, and FaZe seemed like they were ready for it.
Yep. And while we talked a lot about how 100 Thieves has not played against the, FaZe on this map, they haven't played against the Neon comp, we do actually have quite a lot of information about FaZe on this comp specifically. They just played it last night against Luminosity, so 100 Thieves happy to go to this map as a decider because FaZe obviously was going to avoid Icebox. 100 Thieves, after the whopping that they got from Xset on Ascent, not wanting to go there either, so they should be ready for this. Will does have his knives up this time, so full buy round.
And the Tour de Force was used from Dicey at the beginning of the round.
Here.
What does he do with that? I think the game plan for FaZe, especially off of this Neon, is to try to get mid-map. Perhaps
Will just smoked
with it. Oh, but Fly is waiting for it. He was suspecting it. And he cuts off any sort of flank, any sort of monkey business.
Fly was great in that series against LG yesterday. Probably my favorite map I've seen from him so far, and the most impactful as well. Baby Bay's gotten into 2 super cheeky positions this round. This being the second of them. 2 players rotating into him.
And that's the thing is, I think if you're 100 Thieves here and you know FaZe is going to push mid-map off of Baby Bay, swinging around either the Viper wall or his fast lane or
30
something,
seconds left.
can't just leave it.
There's a player all the way up, Bang. He hears the rotation. He already recognized that this was a possibility. They left the trademark up as well. Will did not take that out. So he is going to be a massive thorn in their side, and they haven't cleared him. No discipline here. FaZe
Patience.
lost the round as long as he can.
Patience.
Oh, he's
Oh,
going to go for the dig. No! Bang! Unfortunately, the wrong decision. And they get the spike down and leave this in a 2v4
Remaining.
situation that just flips entirely stellar. Last man remaining. Oh, no.
For as good as Bang has been this series, for that one to get away from
I don't believe in 9-3 curses. I do believe that you can't kill somebody who's not looking at you.
it's a safer bet, but sure enough, we'll see something insane on this map for making even words. Nice shock dart out to clear out the tripwire. It's a thing you don't see super often because, I mean, you don't really see a whole lot of Cypher and Breeze anymore.
Yep. And we just see Will on Chamber. But the big problem here for 100 Thieves in terms of roles is what would Stellar do in this case? Or what would Bang do? Because Stellar would come play the Viper. Right? It'd just be an odd place to go. Plus, so many teams still relying on this Jet Chamber on this map.
KO becomes problematic too. But either way, FaZe start to slowly but surely push their way out. You see the Vipers pick them out, but the spikes landed on the outside of the pit.
I don't like that.
But they just don't. 100 Thieves don't really have very much as far as guns to fight back here. Derek is here with the Marshal.
Okay.
Nice post up back yellow.
So the reason for the pit is to hold the left side of this, while everybody else is posted on the outside, just spamming the angles. And no defuse possible here, while everything else is safe to fight.
There's Furies, the spams, to smokes. Really everything there.
Remaining.
This Poise gets 4 on the round. Derek with the tap at the end, but just ultimately does not convert into anything as FaZe gets 6.
A lot of people freaking out right now. 6-1, this game is over, 100 Thieves is lost. But you have not been tuning in. If you haven't, welcome.
Yeah.
We've just had multiple halves where FaZe has dominated, and that's a story that's continuing since their last match. So don't panic.
Just don't. Yep. Well, don't believe what you see. Don't believe their lies. Round here coming out for 100 Thieves as they need to respond. For as much as it's been fun that there have been a lot of comebacks, you do have to respect the possibility that this gets out of hand.
Interesting. A Hall's Viper's Pit used instead of one of the sites. And outside of the shock dart that they threw last round to deny the trip that's been planted there, they really haven't been using that to its fullest extent. If they come anywhere, it's through double doors. But idea here is there's a KO ult. They're trying to have everybody play retake on A. Hold on to Halls. They can fight through it, drop the pit later on.
There's that KO you were talking about. Not going to tag anyone, though. See the dump of utility. So far, they've used a drone. They've dropped one of Baby Bay's relay bolts. They're going to get the spike down, too. And now the fun starts.
Usually the fun would be starting way earlier than this, because FaZe would be pushing up towards back orange, but they went for a more standard approach this time, and that gives so much space. Look, Will's already in front of the Viper wall of their own.
The thing is, it may be for post-plant Superman. Yeah, there it is. The mollies start to come through, and they're going to have to fight. They have to push forward. You hear the ult come through for Baby Bay as FaZe are fighting the kills that they need. Oh, that was brutal. Prime Gaming Flawless comes through as FaZe don't drop a single member.
And that is now the 8th round in a row that FaZe has planted the spike. 8 rounds. And that would be sending off alarm bells with every single other team. But with 100 Thieves, it's not really, this is how they play, but it's not working. they're not having the success that they had, for example, against Ghost on retakes.
Bang with a nice opener there. Off the Marshall, taking care of Dicey. And there is a little bit more threat towards the middle of the map as you see Derek waiting on the other side of Nest. They've got some presence in elbow and in arches. And off of that, they swing and they're getting some of the kills they need.
More than
Spike down
what
mid.
they
More than
need.
some. Mm-hmm.
Spike left in a little bit of precarious position for Baby Bay to retrieve, but he does, and Under Thieves is backed off, and for good reason. Man advantage. Stellar has full vision of this A side right now with the camera. So, yeah, he might be tucked behind Orange in a spot that's like, oh, this is kind of dangerous, but wait a second. Superman's the guy who took the angle, so I don't think he saw him, but thankfully everybody's here to recover.
He's pushing forward with the spike. And they just want to frag this out. Rely on the gun advantage that they have as Baby Bay now decides
Player standing.
to pull back, thinks twice about it. Nope, forget it. He just doesn't want the plant
Didn't even
at all.
tap either, so that's not going to hurt anybody. We should have the patience to wait it out. And there we go, 100 Thieves with an eco round win of their own. And I think that is the first one of the series. I think the rest of them, FaZe definitely had some light buys mixed in, but it's been gun rounds all around.
Very well played there from 100 Thieves. And for as much as we've talked about FaZe and the momentum that they've had, that kind of round, seemingly insignificant early, can prove to be massive as far as confidence, as far as momentum, as far as everything swinging back in favor of 100 Thieves.
Poison orb emitting.
You see them start to push mid-map now. Will's already halfway up. So they understand there's no pressure that way.
Oh my wire. Almost pulled that wire back before it got shocked. Flash
Pushing. They're pushing. They just want to swing. Baby Bay, he's on the other side. The door goes up, so they understand they've lost Hall's control. But while that happens, he peels back, and the fight continues towards Caves. Both Poison Superman weak.
The pivoting that FaZe was doing early on in this half stopped since Icy. The guy they're trying to buy time for, and he doesn't find anything. None of their kills go their way.
And look at that, 100 Thieves. All three members on site are looking at Halls right now. They've got to be careful. If the timing is right, it can be problematic, but they turn
Spike
just
down
back
A.
when it's needed to be. FaZe dropped two members. Dicey was a nuisance. He was like a gnat that wouldn't go away.
They might not expect the second here, so Dicey has an opportunity to put some misdirection out for Superman.
30 seconds left.
Now they know. Both have been spotted. Derek gets a little overeager. Superman with 7 HP as Asuna stops the potential for...
7-3. Shock again to break the trip. I think 100 Thieves, ever since swapping Stellar over towards this A side, I think aside from the one round where there was the KO and they let the plant go down, 100 Thieves has won since then.
Will tucks across mid-map. The wall goes up. Nice reposition, understanding there's a very good chance that someone's pushing forward, but it's very well set up. Austin is just on the other side of double doors. They know that the threat mid isn't there.
Austin is just jiggling there to take contact for Will to then swing through with his dash. And we will swap sides. All up to Bang. Feels like the last time Bang was super relevant so far in this map. Was an unfortunate situation on the A flank. Now he has to deal with the brunt. They're going elbow. And Austin has re-explored all the way to help Will in this situation. He's...
How does Asuna get one there? The flash. He has to... What was that?
so
I think-
fast.
30 seconds
I think
left.
my shoulder was injured just watching that. How is he
kills
so
again.
good?
He is so fast by turning those flashes. Only 20 seconds. They're walking out still. Bang knows, though. You see how he's playing all the way back, just shouldering the corner.
The spike.
And the jig is up. No wall to
10
really get this
seconds
plant down either. Is there even a Viper spin to come up? No.
Last player standing.
No, they have way too much to deal with. Asuna gets to ace the second in the series. He's gotten 4Ks. He's gotten 5Ks. He's doing it all.
Hey,
And that's the thing, Ball is when the going gets tough, right?
Swapped from playing retake on A to really fighting it. I mean, you saw the round where, like 2 rounds ago, Will was really close up cave. Swap Stellar onto this side. Oh, hammer denied, but the trips are on A, so not the biggest value. Derek also ulting this away, so right now, Asuna and Stellar still plenty to play for on this site. The KO ult does not do much at all.
No, but Stellar didn't get a single tag with that. Hunter Suri didn't
Well, sure.
find much value. He had delayed.
Here.
Biggest point, because now the cam's back up.
Yeah.
Now the trips back up on the A side as well.
Now we begin to ask, what second layer do FaZe have to this push?
Welcome to my world.
There it is. There's the second one. The Viper's Pit comes through off of the Neural Theft. They waited out and they dropped the pit to suggest that they're pushing forward, but they're actually rotating out. They've left Superman here. They're going to spot him. He's going to get 1 kill.
Stellar almost
And
spammed him.
look at Bang, again, in a position to be the hero for his team, and this time the shots ring true.
hey.
Oh, and he's able to get the second. That's the spike, too. He's going to have to do it again, though. This time on to Dicey, and Bang not able to do it. The spike still
30
down,
seconds
though.
left.
And you have to deal with Superman.
Does he have time to get back here? Asuna is still staying here. So far, this is one of the most beautifully played rounds from 100 Thieves, prepped for everything in this scenario.
And from FaZe, too, I would argue the layers to this have been gorgeous.
12 seconds, he has time,
10 seconds
and he'll have
left.
cover of the Viper's Pit. Does Asuna have nade? No. Spam is all he can do.
Oh my gosh.
Spike planted.
Plant down. Asuna understanding.
They're going to drop
They're
the
in
pit.
trouble.
They're going to drop the pit and play from distance. And Dicey has the op.
And they have post plants. Superman is 2. How do they get into this? I don't know that they do. The flick's there, but Dicey doesn't land it. Asuna again.
Derek could have gotten half there for sure. He's going to go for it now.
My gosh. Asuna gets 3 on the round, and they're going to get the defuse. A 7-5 half. It really doesn't get any better.
From FaZe to start out this game. This map was 7-1. That was the scoreline we were at.
I think this is all. So you hear the audio that was made through halls on the ropes, the Viper wall, but they are going to push in through double doors, and they are going to fall in through caves as well. Poise was the only one who was there up tight, and he falls, and really the rest of FaZe do as well. The pistol's going heavily in favor of 100 Thieves here. It's Fly and Superman are left alone.
Chance to even out here, and Asuna is in an off angle. Oh, finds Superman, but no. Thankfully, Will trades it.
Fly has a frenzy, he has 2 shock darts, he's still healthy. Now also 3 seconds from having his recon bolt up. So perhaps some room to get info. But really no good option here. And now he's been spotted. Good luck. The lead they had is gone.
Yep.
It's gone.
Yep. Well, don't get too far ahead because 100 Thieves won the pistol and then FaZe ecoed them right away. This time they don't have the economic boon of the spike plant. So they'll save it up. 1 Marshall purchased. A couple of headhunter shots still from Dicey.
They're toying with you by returning it.
All good.
It doesn't look like they're going to buy up at all.
They will push halls though. No, actually this is a shock molly. Set up and Will's in position! They missed the shock!
Oh no. That could have been a problem. The knife was there too. They had info. Like, Will couldn't have dashed away even if he had prepped it, expecting it. That was a beautiful setup out from FaZe.
And instead of a kill, unfortunately right now they're dealing with the 3 push halls. And this dash won't matter too much, although it does. Boys gets the kill, and FaZe have gotten the first 2.
Remember, this is without a force. Now the kills start to go back their way.
Teleport ready.
Spectre's so good in those
Spike
up-close
planted.
situations like that. Now Dicey shows up with that headhunter. The knife. Oh my gosh, the timing is unreal.
Last player standing.
They've make it a 2v1, and Derek's the only one without the gun advantage. He's got 2 shock darts. He's gotta land the shot onto Baby Bay. No question about it. And of course, Baby Bay jumps into his lap. As once again, they thrifty and ball it. You called it. It was done naturally. They didn't buy up. They didn't do anything fancy. They just won it out themselves.
That is ridiculous. And in a 2 versus 3, mind you, Dicey, seconds from getting that headhunter disabled, gets the 1 tap.
One enemy remaining.
Across the A site.
I mean, fractions of a second.
Ridiculous, man. And then the Dicey Asuna duel continues.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
On the first 2 maps, by the way, Asuna was 12-8 against Dicey. Now, I don't know, but we'll see at the end of the map. It feels like Dicey is definitely taking a little bit of control over it.
And prioritizing that null command. Also now 1 point away. And remember here, because of how the last round went, 100 Thieves don't have much for buy.
Just trying to make sure he has it for the next round.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so interesting to watch how these teams play around.
Hit him in the face.
How these teams play around the ults is so fun to watch. In that final round of the half, I mean, that was one of the most mind-gaming and beautiful rounds of Valorant I've seen. The fact that, I mean, we'll talk about it next round when it's actually relevant. Superman just holding on the shoulder peak with a molly out. Could isolate the 100 Thieves players if they do decide to dash in. Will could be left on an island as everybody else waits behind the molly in the smoke.
I'm out of here.
Baby Bay pushing forward as Will falls. And he was trying to scurry over to help because Will had dived, he had dove, he had gotten in deep.
30 seconds
Unfortunately,
left.
Superman was able to take care of it. Baby Bay spams through and able to take care of both Asuna and Bang. The spike is out of reach. 2 remaining members of 100 Thieves haven't made their way onto B at all.
Superman played this so perfectly. And even with Baby Bay letting the player through on the backside of him, that was Will. He still
10
gets the
seconds
kill.
left.
Still gets the molly off. The vulnerable for Baby Bay to get these last 2. And
1 enemy remaining. Flawless.
that's it.
Yeah, Prime Gaming Flawless comes through for FaZe. Superman gets 3 at the end of the round, and they're starting to build up that lead again that they had. Certainly not as cozy as it once was. They continue to... Oh, my goodness.
30 seconds
That's like
left.
jump scare stuff, man.
Yeah, it is
Flawless.
ridiculous hospital flicks happening today. All day. And now we get to this point where Asuna has his ult. So watch how FaZe try to set up. What 100 Thieves was doing was constantly putting the Viper wall on the other side and the trips and cams on the other side of the map. But instead, Superman just ults right away, and now he can't get disabled here. He'll have his gun to play with through the decay of the Viper's pit the entire time.
Spectre, too, is... Dicey has crept his way up. Tux. Check it. He does!
Good TP range there too, so he has to back up, but he does, and gets the damage done too. Baby Bay tries to punish, but not fast enough on it.
Mid presence heavy out here for 100 Thieves. As they carry the spike in tow. And the thing is, they haven't taken Nest, so Fly is just on the other side of peeking there, drops a dart. It's not going to spot anyone, actually.
Really
Maybe a little bit of false sense of safety.
There's the KO.
Once
Pop
again.
from Asuna in towards the safe side through double doors.
They've hit this hit before. Door goes up. Poise goes unchecked. Dicey's there too as Asuna falls as the kills get traded back and
30
forth. 100
seconds
Thieves snatch a couple back.
Strike down A.
And Bang. Able to take care of Baby Bay. The dinks were good there that time. There's really no way for Fly to get out of there. Spike getting planted. Superman now showing up. He's trying to stop the plant, and Bang was waiting for him. 3K on the round. Fly is going to have to do it himself. Drops a shock dart. Really no damage at all. He's got the Spectre. Moving his way around. He's going to spot one player as Bang gets 4. Perhaps redemption from what we saw in the first half as Bang's back.
Massive way for him to
There.
keep this game close and interesting. The hit was strong
Down A.
from 100 Thieves, but FaZe responded instantly, surprisingly.
Enemy remaining.
Superman tries to end the round, but just doesn't have it against Bang, who now has his pit available. Dicey's got the op online for the first time this half. Speaking of
Base
speed,
his ult.
Shock does break the trademark, which is not that easy to actually have happen, because you can put it so many different ways.
Dude, 100 Thieves aren't even trying to hide what's going on here. I think the knife hit a couple of players in caves, but they still just barrel their way through.
Unbelievable. Oh, the spam from the ult. Oh, Asma's moments, inches, centimeters away from dying there.
That takes guts. Oh, the timing out from Stellar's gorgeous. Stops the flank, and now they've all tucked back in the caves. Baby Bay tried getting it, no, but he ultimately falls. 3v2 here as Fly's going to try his best as well. The Hunter's Fury delays longer. 2v2 here is Flya trying to jiggle around, trying to dance a little tango. Superman's taking care of Bang. It's all going to fall into Derek. The spam. Oh, he's able to get it, but FaZe trades it back out. He had gotten it to half. The defuse is going to come through as FaZe get to 10.
What a time for FaZe to win that round. After they lose the site, Baby Bay tries to spam it down. 100 Thieves committed to playing off site from the very beginning with the way that they put down that ult. But Bang dies on the rotation out of that. And it's just too good from 100 Thieves. Or for FaZe to recover that situation, and Derek in the 1 versus 2 to tap away at that spike planter. Twice they get the kill through the smoke.
Get out of my way.
Blades online. Asuna with a hero rifle. There's actually, it may not look like there's much, but there's a bit to this here. Will use his Blade Storm. Asuna's, well, he's Asuna. And then Derek has a Marshall, and he's been pretty good with it this map.
Surprisingly, the only other player on 100 Thieves who's gotten any sniper kills. And even on this map, with such long ranges, they just don't go for the snipes. Don't go for the op.
The question is here, what's the trigger? What is it that tells 100 Thieves that they could go? You've got Bang, who's tucked into halls. His wall's not down. And there, I was wondering where he was going to use it. That's the key for Will to go, and Baby Bay's on the other side. The Blades take him down. Boy, he's worse for wear, 11 HP. And now Fly's on the other side. There it goes. The Blades are down. How much more can they find? And then remember, keep in the back of your mind, Bang in a position to flank if they get the advantage that they're looking for. But 100 Thieves are just getting picked apart. Spike's rotating out, though.
Last player standing.
Does not matter. Oh! We talked about the snappiness of Derek. Oh! Okay!
10
All right.
seconds
More?
left.
Does he have one shot on the poise? Here we go. Oh. That would have been something special. I mean, that was already special enough, but he had...
What do they call? No ultimates here. Asuna's close to his null command, and you see the molly initially intended to delay. They have to respect it so much, man. That molly is just enough of a delay to suggest that somebody could have pushed through, so they cannot just easily waltz their way into caves to get the orb.
Meanwhile, Dicey just got to kill through the smoke onto Bang, who's been lurking up halls every single time, but 100 Will responds with his own kill onto Baby Bay. And it couldn't come at a better time because Will has been... Ooh!
Oh my gosh.
He's been bad in first kill situations, but that opening has just netted them away into this game, away into this round, away to starve off elimination.
And the follow-up, that was just icing on the cake. Last bullet, too, before dashing. They've got the rotations cut off. Austin is waiting.
I can do this all day.
Superman never really had a chance. Flya gets one onto Will with the shock drop. But remember, Will only had 30 HP leading into that situation.
And the
And the
spike
spike
still
has been
went down.
planted. Yeah. You wonder here, FaZe don't have a lot of money. And I wonder if they're going to save the op, or at least play for exits. It looks like that's the case.
And I think they still have quite a few ults to work with. I believe Poised has his ult. Superman's got to be getting close to his.
Fly has his, yeah.
Meanwhile, Asuna with his KO ult that came online this round with the kill in the bottom of mid. We saw what happened last time they tried to use it. FaZe countered them very, very well with Fly's ult. Good call, you asked. Well, they're saving this round, but they've got the op still in the hands of Dicey. And that gives so much information right now. Dicey has been playing a little bit more passively. Asuna's faking up with the ult here as well. And it's pulled all the rotations there, hitting the B site. You called it, Doug.
But what's there to believe? There's no threat in caves. It would only have to come up through halls, and Dicey's about to find out that that's all it is. And off of that, Baby Bay gets back to B. The dash is out onto the site. Baby Bay waiting. He doesn't have a gun. He hears them thundering down around the site like Clydesdales. Stellar with the spike. Poised with the ult. You've got Bang playing off 2 snake bites to his name. They've got to clear Baby Bay. What was that? They've got to clear Baby Bay. Poise is healthy. That's one big problem taken care of. But Baby Bay's upgraded a weapon. He's taking care of Stellar too. Oh. How have they fumbled the bag like this? A flash out.
Elbow push.
Bang turns away. Bang has to do it. He's got to be clutch. He gets 2 big ones. It's all on to Dicey, and he swings around like a madman with the op up close. And he's going to get the defuse.
No, the time. Oh,
way.
no.
No way.
Bang with the 1v3 Red Bull clutch again. How? How does he pull this off? The first shot, and he is just the Baby Bay kryptonite. Twice now, the dash is not good enough. Bang! Has just kept 100 Thieves alive in this game, and this game could not have gotten any better than what we just saw.
Strap in, folks. We're not done yet. FaZe still have enough to buy up. They still have enough to get Dicey an operator, but again, it's a glass cannon, no armor to his name. That hasn't been a problem before, and of course he pushes forward, but he gets greedy. The Hunter's Fury to delay. You see the Viper's Pit comes down, as now that's 2 dueling back and forth. Fly is able to find one with his, but the pit from Superman goes down. Courtesy of Austin as he gets the second, not able to get the third. Baby Bay with ult in hand. Eking every single corner. Waiting to see Derek with the drop. Yeah, that's going to be the cause for him to swing, and Stellar answers the call just fine as 100 Thieves get to 10.
And that should be broken money again from FaZe. Oh, and it's not throwing a 9-3 lead, but it is definitely starting to hurt as the same sort of lead crumbles again. Look at the money. There's just nothing. And this will be the final timeout from FaZe as well. Oh no, it's not even going there. I got juked by the UI.
They juked you. Yeah, they did.
They do have a Hall's Walk coming up. Oh, but the camera spots it already. Everything is covered from 100 Thieves here, and they're building towards a no commands that could come online in the final round.
Yeah, maybe the third of the half. He's now 1 point away from it. If he gets this kill, that's going to secure it. No, Will takes it away. Either way, here Baby Bay uses ult. He's fine value on it. He's probably one of the best ones, but he's only able to get one. Poise keeps him back. The flash, the swing, the kills, they're there! As he gets 3 on the round, but that's all it's going to be, a 1v1. The neural theft gives things away. The spike not in hand. Superman knows it, but he's got no armor and all he's got is a sheriff. He's going to have to land the shots. He doesn't know.
No, he's
He
trying
doesn't
to
know. He doesn't know. He didn't know he had the spike.
He heard that though. It's fucking tail back. I think he
Oh,
also
Matalas.
looking for an extra gun here because all he got was an upgrade to a sheriff and a Spectre.
He hears that's a fire off to suggest that it's just a sheriff, but he's got the stinger or the Spectre, excuse me. Stellar,
He has the ult.
knowing where he is. Does he use it? Oh my gosh, he does. No stone left unturned. The tap. He's gonna try to get it to half. He's just gotta creep forward a step, but Superman pulls off and lands the shots.
Thrifty.
He gets the defuse as well. A thrifty round to get FaZe to map to series point.
Match point.
And it's the Rise duo that FaZe brought in that saved the day again. And I've been talking all day about Asuna versus Dicey. But we've got the Rise.
Oh, he saw him.
That's crazy.
Sorry, he saw him, and it was because he slow peeked it.
Yeah.
Because he was slowly creeping his way forward.
And Stellar's great in those 1v1s as well, man.
Oh my gosh.
He had so many in the series
my way.
prior against FaZe. A fast push again, though. FaZe, they're not done. Keeping the gas on.
Note here, Bang is the only one without either a Phantom or a Vandal. And Will has his blades. Hundred Thieves, the entire stage comes to this round. You're gonna have to do it twice to get to overtime.
Powerless.
Here we go, the no command, but look at, I mean, they're just playing fully off. FaZe happy to give the side up.
They eventually will be able to respond with their own. And the crazy part is that Will, no weapon here because of the money, so his knives are going to get disabled. Unless the boys can't get close enough. Oh, Baby Bay with the counter swing! But the kill's going in 100 Thieves' favor.
What? What a lunatic. To swing back out. But Dicey with the op. You can never count him out.
Save call. Oh,
One enemy.
huge.
Saving.
Huge, huge, huge. That's the op out of hands of Dicey. He only has 3.9k, so it's going to have to be a glass cannon in the next round if he wants it.
Oh, Bang, he's right below you. Bang, he's right below you. Look down. Look at them. They just passed right by each other. And now they're wondering how the heck did that happen? You just walked through there. Perhaps a bit late, but Bang finally gets a kill. 3K on the round as 100 Thieves 1 round away from overtime.
And yeah, instant purchase.
Flyer with a judge.
As a
Spectres.
Sova player, that just hurts to see.
Stingers, Spectres,
Hey,
light armor.
The round prior to this, they pulled it off. So do not count them out from closing this game out here. But as it stands, economically, looks like we're going to overtime for the second time this series.
Nothing is safe. Nothing is safe. Dicey with that operator that you mentioned, but he's got plenty of armor to his name. Oh, and they're going to challenge. Well, he's just going to swing out. Yep.
Spike
That's just too
down
easy.
A.
And that's the spike. It's a deeper wall as he wanted to pinch in through halls to flash out. It's not far enough. And the stun is there. It's a 5v3 here. As Dicey has to land the shot here.
Teleport's broken.
They're getting pinched in. Oh, they're getting pinched in, but Will, from up in halls, finds some value. Baby Bay gets one, trades back
Player
out.
Standing.
Oh, it's all on to Stellar. 59 HP. The shock dart there doesn't land. He's got the spike in his hands, but he's getting pinched in like a boa constrictor. They know where he is. They want to put him away, and they do it. It may not have been easy AF, but FaZe take care of 100 Thieves.
And that's it. FaZe move on to top 4 and 100 Thieves. They're